Everyone, so today's video I'm going to be talking about all of the products that I want to pan in 2022. Now this is just sort of to give myself an idea of products that I may want to put into projects and products that I kind of in the back of my mind want to pan, and I thought it would be fun just to share this with you guys. And I also made a video looking back on the products that I mentioned in last year's video. That video I believe went up right before this video, so a couple days ago, so just go look back on my channel if you would like to see that video. But let's just go ahead and get straight into the products. So the first one is my Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I did include the L'Oreal Lumi foundation in last year's video, and I did end up making a good amount of progress on that. And I'm kind of almost sick of it because that's pretty much the only foundation I've worn all of 2021. So I do want to make some good progress on this. I probably won't end up completely finishing it. Also because I haven't been wearing foundation recently, or very much at all in like the past year or so, just because I'm always going for a more natural look, and I tend to just spot conceal with my concealer, and I feel like I just don't need a foundation every time I apply makeup. So this is what I would like to make some progress on, and I would like to get some foundations out of my collection, but like I said, I just haven't been wearing foundation, so I don't know how much progress I will end up making on this. And then we do have some powders, so I kind of have a little bit of a mixture of everything. A lot of eyeshadows, a lot of lip products, some face products, but it is kind of in accordance with my makeup inventory. So I have so many lip glosses in my makeup inventory, so I kind of included a lot of glosses in this video that I would like to finish off. So the first powder I have is a loose powder from Becca. This is their Set and Refresh powder. So this is pretty old in my collection. I believe I got it in a BoxyCharm, and I feel like there's not a ton of product left in this. It's like up to here. So I do also like to work on, like I chose one loose powder and then one pressed powder. So I would also like to finish my Physicians Formula Mineral Wear face powder. So this is more of a pigmented powder. It's more like a powder foundation almost, or that's at least how I use it. But this has been repressed. I previously had pan on this, so there is only a little bit of product in here. Like it's very, very thin. I do technically kind of have pan in this already. Like I can see the pan, but it's kind of like a little bubble where it was sort of repressed weird. So I would obviously definitely like to have more pan on this by the end of the year, but preferably I would rather just like completely finish this up because it is a very thin layer of product in here, and I feel like I've had this in my collection forever. So these are the two main powders that I would like to get out of my collection. And I also didn't include a lot of the products that are in my project pans right now, just because I feel like I've talked about those a lot in my project pans. So you guys kind of know that I want to finish off those products, mostly the products that are in my makeup rolling project pan. So if you would like to see that project, just go back on my channel. I have a whole playlist with all of those project pan videos. Anyways, one of the face products that I would like to hit pan on is another Physicians Formula product. This is their Butter Bronzer, and I have had this for a really long time. I don't tend to reach for this just because, I don't know, it's kind of bulky packaging, and I don't purchase from Physicians Formula anymore because they're not cruelty free, so I just tend not to reach for this. Same with their foundation and all the other products I have from them. So I would like to at least hit pan on this and make some progress in it to hopefully eventually finish it off, because there are kind of a lot of bronzers in my collection that I don't really have pan on any of them. So I would like to finish some of them off at least, even though I don't have a ton of bronzers in my collection. I would just like to keep making progress on them, and this is definitely one of the first ones that I want to get out of my collection. And then this one was kind of like surprising to me to add this in here. So this is my Vesca bronzer, which you guys don't even know I have this. And yes, I did purchase two products from Vesca. It was off of Mercari, so it was a really good deal. But I do have the Vesca bronzer now, and obviously this is bought like secondhand, so it has been used. And the reason I do want to pan this is because I feel like I'm like really close to pan. This was used a little bit, but also this is so powdery. Do you guys have this bronzer? If you do you get a lot of kick up with it? Because I don't know if it's the brush I'm using, which it might be. Maybe I should try a different brush with it, but I get so much kick up when I use this. Like I feel like I can go through this so quickly, and this is not a cheap bronzer. So I feel like I would pretty easily be able to hit pan on this. And that's basically why I include it in this video, because I feel like I may hit pan on it even just using it organically without putting it in a project. So I just kind of wanted to include this one for fun, just because I feel like I would easily and maybe naturally be able to hit pan on it. Another product that I've been wanting to finish off for like years is my Benefit What's Up highlighter. This is a little stick highlighter. It is just a mini. I've used a ton of this, and I think I did make a little bit of progress in it during 2021, but obviously it's not gone. There's still a ton of product left. So I would like to finish this, but I don't know, I'm almost just sick of it and kind of want to declutter it, but I'd rather use it up than declutter it. I feel like I've gone through one of these before. No, I think I owned 2 of these initially. One of them obviously was brand new, so I got rid of that one, or I gave it to someone else. So I would like to finish this. This takes so long to go through, but it is a really, really beautiful highlight, and it's so old in my collection, so I kind of just want to get this out. Now moving into some lip products. So I will start off with lipsticks. There are just a couple. First of all, my Sephora lipstick in the shade We. This is just a really pretty pinky nude, which I feel like this would be kind of easy to pan. Sephora is also not cruelty free, so that's another reason why I want to pan it. But like obviously there's a ton of product in here. I feel like lipsticks take me forever to go through, so I feel like this would take quite a while. And then we also have one of my bullet lipsticks from ColourPop. This is in the shade Spring Roll, and this is just like a really pretty sort of peachy nude. And I do really like these ColourPop lipsticks. I have 4 of them, and I literally don't think I've used them once this year unless they were in like projects. So that's really bad. I would like to make a lot of progress on these ColourPop lipsticks. I have 4 of them. I think I just said that, but specifically this one, because this is one of their cream formulas. The other 3 I have are their Velvet Blur formulas. So, well, first of all, I think they're newer to my collection, but I also like that formula better just because I tend not to wear lipstick, and the Velvet Blur formula is a little softer on the lips and like more sheer. So I would like to make at least some progress on this. Now we have a ton of glosses. So first off, you won't be surprised, my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, specifically in the shade Fussy. I have used a ton of this already. I believe I just rolled it into my lip product project, which is like a 5 usage project with all my lip products. So I do obviously really, really love these glosses. These are some of my favorite formulas, but I just have 5 of them, or I did have 5. I finished off the shade Hot Chocolate this past year, and I just want to get this one out of my collection, and then I'll still have 3 more, so I'll still have this formula in my collection for a pretty long time. I don't think I'll be able to finish all of them off this year, but there is a ton of product in these, and I do take the stopper out when I'm almost done with them, so that kind of gives me a lot more uses. And I would definitely like to finish at least this one off, if not make a lot more progress on the other 3 that I have. And then I have one of my NYX Butter Glosses. These are pretty old in my collection, so I would like to start getting more use out of them and sort of going through them, but I know these also take forever to use up because there's so much product in these. I specifically chose the shade Madeline, which is just like a really pretty nude color. This is actually one of my favorite shades, but I don't know, I kind of just want to make some progress on these, not necessarily pan them or finish them off. And then I have one of my e.l.f. glosses. This is their High Shine Intense Gloss, specifically in the shade Bitten Pink. And this is a pretty pigmented gloss, so I tend not to reach for it, but it's also very old in my collection, so I just want to get this finished off. Next up are 2 products that I do actually see myself finishing off more so than the other lip products that I just mentioned. The first one is from Lila B. It's one of their lip oils in the shade Be Elegant, and I believe this is just like a little mini deluxe sample, but I feel like I've used this a lot and there's not much progress on it. So this one I would like to finish off. It's like really easy to throw on because it's just a lip oil. But it is also pretty pigmented for a lip oil, but I feel like still it wouldn't be too tricky to finish this off because it is just a little mini size. And then I have my Catrice little sort of tinted lip balm. All of the writing has rubbed off of this and they don't even sell this anymore, but this is one that I would like to go through just because I feel like it'd be so easy to finish off, and it is also really old. This is a really easy everyday shade to wear and I do really like it, so I would like to at least get some more use out of this even if I don't completely finish it, but preferably I would like to finish it, so I may roll these into projects. That's half of the point of this video. And then I have some shadows. So first off, for sort of single shadows, I want to finish off or at least make some progress on my Ace Beauté little glimmer shadow in the shade Ice Latte. This is basically like the Super Shock shadows from ColourPop. It's that same type of formula, and I already have pan on this, so I would just like to expand the pan. I don't know if I would end up completely finishing this, but this is a really pretty bronze shade that I can wear every day, and it's really great for like a one and done type of shadow. And then I have some liquid shadows from Stila. These are the Glitter and Glow shadows. So I have 2 shades, and these are the last Stila and Glitter and Glows that I have in my collection. I did finish off a couple minis last year, so I would like to make some progress on these, hopefully finish both of them off. But these are great just as like glitter toppers, and I really love glitter on my eyes, so I almost want to keep these in my collection, but if I really miss them, I can repurchase them. So I do want to finish both of these off. They're very different shades. One is in the shade Painted Lady, which is like sort of a warm, ready tone, pinkish shade. It has like a really pretty shift to it. So this is a really beautiful, unique shade. And then I also have the shade Monarch, which is a more cool tone, pinky, icy color. And these are really beautiful. I usually don't put them like full on my lids. Like I'll just tap a little bit of them on just as like more so a glitter topper, not like an opaque layer of glitter on my lids. So I feel like, I don't know, people say these dry out, but I've had these for a really long time and they have not dried out. I find that when you start to use them a little bit more, because I did have those minis in my collection, and almost when there's not much product left in them, I feel like that's when they dry out, because these haven't been used very much. They're pretty much like full. Then we do have a couple eyeshadow palettes that I would like to hit pan on, but also just get some use out of. The first one is my Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palette. This is in the shade Scandalust, and this I got a really long time ago and I have barely used it, and it's just really pretty neutral shade, so I could easily get use out of this, and I feel like pretty easily hit pan in one of these shadows. So this is one that I just need to get more use out of, or else like I should declutter it, but it's also Marc Jacobs, so I know myself and I know I'm not gonna declutter it. But it is a really pretty everyday palette, so I feel like it'd be really easy to get use out of, so I just need to force myself to use it. I feel like I kind of forget about it because it's like an awkward sort of weird shape. And then I also would like to get some use out of my ABH palette. I specifically chose the Norvina palette just because I feel like I don't give this palette enough love, and I do really love these types of tones, like these rosy purpley pinks. So I feel like I could easily hit pan on these. I mean, ABH palettes are pretty easy to hit pan on, especially their shimmer shadows. So I also have a lot of use on this palette already, so I feel like I could definitely hit pan on multiple shades in here. And I also just want to work on like my ABH palettes in general and hit some more pan in my eyeshadow collection. And then I also have some of my singles here, which generally I just want to get more use out of my single shadows and try to hit pan on some. I do have one in a project right now, so I do want to, because I feel like I just neglect my single shadows because, I don't know, they're singles and I just tend not to reach for them. They're not like necessarily a cohesive palette, but I guess I did kind of make this one into a cohesive palette. And I'm also going to be purchasing more singles specifically during Black Friday, which is today. Today is Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, if you're wondering. But anyways, I will be purchasing more single shadows, so therefore I want to get more use out of my single shadows and actually hit pan on some of them, because my single shadows are, some of them are used, but a lot of them have not been used very much. So I do want to hit some more pan in specifically my eyeshadow collection, and also finish off a lot of glosses, because you guys will see my makeup inventory. I have definitely increased my gloss category. I haven't bought eyeshadows at all this year, which is why I'm buying some singles for Black Friday. So my eyeshadow palette collection has not increased, but I feel like I still just can't get use out of all of them. So anyways, that's a little off topic, but it kind of goes with what we're talking about. It would not be my video if I didn't get off topic and start rambling about random things. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys enjoy these videos where I kind of talk about what I like foresee myself using and doing for 2022. And if you have any video ideas, make sure to leave them down below in the comments, because I would really appreciate your suggestions and also your feedback. Any feedback is welcome. I really love talking to you guys down below in the comments. And if you'd enjoy this, like I said, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I also post new videos 3 times a week. So if you would like to see more from me, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.